हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू द बी एडुकेयर यूट्यूब चैनल। सो गाइस, आज मैं बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड हूँ टू इंट्रोड्यूस समवन वेरी वेरी स्पेशल टू यू। बी एडुकेयर घाटकोपर ब्रांच की एक ऐसी स्टूडेंट जिसने एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन स्कोर लेके आया है महाराष्ट्र सीईटी एंट्रेंस एग्जाम में। आई वुड लाइक टू वेलकम सिमरन कुवाडिया, जिसने इम्प्रेसिव स्कोर लेके आया है 97.47 परसेंटाइल का। और अब जो है यहाँ पे ये टारगेट कर रही है वन ऑफ द बेस्ट कॉलेजेस को। सिमरन अभी अपनी पूरी जर्नी शेयर करेगी। एक ऐसी स्टूडेंट जिसने क्लैट एग्जाम अपीयर की, इसके अलावा एनएमआईएमएस मुंबई कैंपस में भी एडमिशन जो है ये ले लिया। अब हम जानते हैं कि उसकी क्या स्ट्रैटेजी रही थी इस एंट्रेंस एग्जाम को लेके। उसने कैसे जो है एक टाइम मैनेजमेंट किया अपनी 12th बोर्ड एग्जाम के साथ, और कैसे वो मोटिवेटेड रही थ्रू आउट द प्रोसेस, उसकी जर्नी को समझते हैं। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन सिमरन फॉर गेटिंग सच अ वंडरफुल स्कोर।
Thank you, ma'am.
So Simran, can you please introduce yourself? Where are you from and what was your academic background before the Maharashtra CET entrance exam?
Okay. Hi, my name is Simran Kuwadia. I'm 18 years old. I am from the Ghatkopar Branch. I am currently living in Mumbai. I have completed my 12th grade from KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce. My primary education was through the Achal schools.
Okay. So Simran, when did you first decide to pursue law as your career?
So it was mainly after my 10th boards. I was just thinking about what I wanted to do, and I was still seeing if I wanted to go for arts or for my commerce stream, and I selected art stream. And through subjects like political science and logic, I was very interested towards law. After which I started classes for CLAT originally, and that is when I decided that this is what I want to do.
Okay. So Simran, as we know that you have appeared for the CLAT exam, and through NMIMS CLAT exam, you got admission into the NMIMS college, that is Kirit P. Mehta School of Law, Mumbai campus. So you decided to give the MH CET entrance exam as well. So can you tell me how was your journey of all these entrance exams which you appeared?
Okay. So the first ever exam that I appeared was CLAT, and that is which requires the most of preparation because it is one of the most difficult exams when it comes to all the entrance exams related to law. And once you are prepared with CLAT, it is easier for you to give other exams. And MHCET originally was supposed to be my backup, but my CLAT didn't go very well, and I also appeared for NLAT. I also appeared for SLAT, and then I appeared for MHCET, and that's how like I managed all the exams through studying for one exam.
Okay, fine. So, how was it difficult to manage all these entrance exams with the 12th board exam as well?
Honestly, it was a little stressful because there was a lot to study, and I was from the arts stream and I had a lot of learning subjects. And I changed my colleges in my 12th grade, so I had an additional of Sanskrit and Hindi. Hindi I'd done before, but Sanskrit was something that was a new language to me overall. And that was really challenging for me to balance being able to do a new language while trying to study something new, which is not my forte or which is not something that I've learned before.
Mhm.
But eventually it works out. One of the things that I used to tell myself is to not wait for boards to end to start studying for CET and LAT or other exams, and I just used to study beforehand, and then I used to study for boards. It's
Mhm.
important that you prioritize what you want. Like even though you do get board marks, it's important you are getting admission through these entrance tests.
Mhm.
Yes.
Fine. So, Simran, can you tell me how did you study for all the subjects? Can you share the strategy for all the subjects?
For all the subjects.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start with English first. English was one of my most easygoing subjects, and that was because I have a habit of reading books and novels. It was easier for me to understand paragraphs, long paragraphs, and English is something which is very complicated in CLAT. So once I went through and studied for it in CLAT, I was easy. It was easier for me to do it in CET. And I would suggest to make your English more better. It is important or essential to read, like newspapers, magazines, even novels which you like, any genre, anything that you prefer reading is something that's going to improve your English. Then we have GK and current affairs again, referring the books that are given to you by PEducare, referring to the internet. You have to keep checking and recorrecting yourself if something changes, because there are many things that are going to change. Like, suppose Chief Justices of India. In the past 2 years, the Chief Justices have changed twice. So you should know, you should be updated about that. And it is important that you research it on your own and make sure that you do that. Other than that, reading newspapers for current affairs is very important. You can get into a habit of reading news and summarizing it. And then when you make notes about those GK and current affair like newses and stuff, you get to know, you remember it for a longer period of time.
Mhm. Correct.
Then we have legal. Legal overall is a very easy subject to understand, but it is very difficult to solve. There's a difference between wanting to learn and study legal, which we all can do, but it is very difficult to apply it. And so for legal, it is important to give tests or solve questions or try and see real life solutions. Like, if you are just walking on the road and you see someone like doing something, like basically driving without a helmet, you know that that is a law, they are breaking a law. That is something you can relate yourself with, something that's happening in front of you. That is how you improve in legal, especially for CET, which has principle and fact based questions. That really helps you out. Then logic is very simple. You just need to be very patient with logic. Once you understand the basics of logic, really it's going to really help you. It's just going to come in your mind all of a sudden, and you're going to be able to answer it because you've done the basics. It
Mhm.
may take you time in the start, but once you know it, you have to be very confident that you are not going to forget it.
Correct.
Then we have maths. um, Maths is a little difficult for some people. Honestly, geometry and equations and everything is a little difficult. And I was from maths and I didn't have maths for 2 years. But our sir, Kundan sir, is very helpful. He really made us sit and taught us everything again and again, even if we asked him. Other than that, maths is also going to, like, you are going to be able to improve maths only if you practice this thoroughly and every day, even if it's for just like 15 minutes, five sums. It's very important that you keep practicing for maths.
Correct. Okay. So Simran, when we prepare, there are always certain kind of subjects which we find most challenging. So what subjects were most challenging for you and how did you overcome that?
For CET, my most challenging subject was GK, because after my CLAT, I had like a period of January, February, March, April, where these 3 or 4 months I was on and off reading newspapers and current affairs because I had my boards and I was just focusing on my boards for 2 months. And so I got into a habit of not reading newspapers and of not going through current affairs. And when my exam was nearing, it became very difficult for me to manage so much information in a small amount of time. When you do small information in a big amount of time, you're able to remember it. But when you do big amounts of information in small amount of time, it gets really stressful and you can't remember it. So I just feel like that is something that I could have improved looking back, just being aware about the current affairs every day, only for 15-30 minutes, whatever it is. And I would suggest that people who are in 12th right now, they start doing their GK and current affairs every day for 15-20 minutes and not leave it when your boards are going on.
Mhm. Correct. Okay. So Simran, would you like to share any specific tips or strategies for the upcoming law aspirants?
Um, I would say revision and consistency is very important. Just revise what has been taught to you in class and do it every day. Even if you have classes 5 days a week or 6 days a week, that 1 or 2 days that is left, you still study for those days. Do something extra. Whatever is taught to you in class, try and do something new. So when it is taught in class, you're already ahead of yourself and of the teacher, so you understand it better. Uh,
Mhm.
Other than that, I would say that staying calm is also very important. Don't take unnecessary pressure or tension. Just remember that you are going to make it eventually. It's all going to work out because you worked hard and it's going to reflect somewhere or the other.
Correct. Mm.
And I think that's it.
Mm.
Yeah, these two are the main important points I would like to tell them.
Okay. So, Simran, can you tell me how was your experience during the actual Maharashtra CET paper? How did you manage your time during that the day?
Actually, I was very calm that day. So, one day before my MH CET exam, I got my NMIMS result stating that I'd got into NMIMS, and I was very stress free. I was very stressed. My center was far away from my home, and usually when I have exams, my parents come to drop me, and they wait outside the center, and then we come back together and everything. But this time, I was just so stress free. I went alone. I was not studying. I was listening to music when I was going. I gave the exam. I finished my exam in 1 hour. I was I was, I think I was on my 108th question when I finished my, like, when the 1 hour clock finished. And then I was like 5 minutes extra and I finished my whole paper. And then I was just going back to the questions I had marked for review to see if I needed to change them.
Mm.
But honestly, I didn't change a thing. And I was just going through it again and again till the time was up. It
Mm.
was very calm. Like, it's important for us as students to realize that you have worked hard and to trust yourself and to remain calm. Because even if you've worked so hard and if you are stressed, it's not going to result into something positive. It's only ever going to be negative if you are so stressed about something that you've worked so hard for.
Mm.
Classic example I would like to give, if you don't mind, ma'am,
Yeah.
is that during CLAT, I was very stressed and I had studied a lot during CLAT. I
Mm.
had given at least 50 mock tests. The whole year I've studied a lot. I had studied a lot for a very long time, and I was very stressed during my CLAT exam. I did not score half of what I used to score in mocks in classes. But in CET, I was very calm. I just went there to give the exam as if it's a mock test in class. And that's why it went so nice. Like, it came to me as a surprise when I saw my result that I got 97.47. Like, that is something that I never thought that I would get. I just feel like that because I wasn't thinking about the marks, I was thinking about the exam is why I scored so much.
Mm. Correct.
Yeah.
Rightly said. So once we are, free with a relaxed mind, definitely we have a good control over our brain and we can do things more wisely. We can think more wisely. That's a great point which you have pointed out. Because of anxiety and stress, we might forget a lot of things. A lot of self-doubt comes that
Hmm.
whatever we are marking is right or wrong. And probably because of that, even after marking the right answer, we change the answer because of the self-doubt. So calm mind is very, very important during the exams. Rightly said, Simran. Okay, Simran. So now I would like to know how was your experience with BEducare? Such a long journey you had with BEducare.
Yeah.
So I would
I,
like to know your experience.
I think it's been more than a year now and it has been great. I mean, I used to come to class a lot. I think there is hardly ever that I didn't come to class. Not because I wanted to study, but I also enjoyed coming to class. It was really good. Everyone was so helpful and they were so approachable for every single thing. All the teachers, they have helped so much. Kotak ma'am, there's Prakash sir, there's Kundan sir, there's Pat sir. Everyone has helped for CLAT, for CT, for NLAT, for any exam, for any test, for any doubt. They're always there. You just call them and they'll pick up. Other than that, there were events such as we had Achievers Meet. We also had like a small party, a potluck before our CLAT to celebrate the students. I just felt like even though teachers and class won't realize that, it meant a lot to students because they were very stressed and it really brings it down even if it is for one day. And they've always seen the comfort of the students and tried to motivate them as much as they can.
Okay. Thank you so much, Simran, for your kind words.
You.
And we wish you all the very best for your future.
Thank you.